Hello and welcome. My name is Nilaus, and this is the brand new series on YouTube in Factorio. So, this is the very first and therefore also the most important episode of this series, and this is because here you will decide whether you want to keep up with the series or not. And so let me start by explaining why you should keep up with this series and why it's going to be great both in terms of educational value and also in terms of hopefully entertainment and something innovative. Well, this is a vanilla campaign with quality of life mods. I'll go through the mods at later stage, but this is just these are all quality of life. So no features, no angels, no bobs. But what is if you've seen anything on my channel, you may have seen Vanilla Done Right series. That is a vanilla campaign, and this one will be working somewhat along the same lines in terms that this is primarily vanilla. It will, however, not be exactly the same because I'll use some of my concepts that I have developed over time. Now, if you've seen some of the other campaigns like the Mega Base or my Marathon Automation, the modded Angel Mods campaign, then you will have seen that I am quite inclined to use big train networks, large robot networks, and also barreling every single liquid. So in order for me to make this a different challenge for me, then I am saying no bots, no barrels, no trains. This will be a purely belt-based base. And in order for me to scale this up at a very big size, I hope 0.16 comes out before I hit that limit, then I need to design it really well up front. And the design will be following along the lines of my city block and district concept that I have developed in previous series. So I hope this will be quite different from just the usual main boss and then draw things off the main boss. And maybe it'll inspire someone else to build in a new and interesting way. Now, since I'm using city blocks, I thought this would be a great opportunity to combine this with a tribute to the supporters I have, on my Patreon account, and the supporters on Twitch. So at the current moment, I have 15 or 16 captains of industry or higher rank, and each of these will get a city block dedicated to them. That also means that the series will continue as long as I have enough supporters to continue. And that's just a kind of a way for me to give a tribute to the people who have been kind enough to support me in this endeavor. So let's not waste any more time on this part and jump into the game. The reason why I wanted to do it at this screen instead was because I cannot play the early game and talk at the same time, and then it'll give a very bad impression of the very first episode because I'll be like, I need to communicate this clearly and concisely. This is the resource settings. I need to have them quite big, quite good, quite high frequency for specifically iron and copper because I'm going to use a lot of that. And since I don't have trains, I can't just go like huge areas away to get it. And that's the setting. I'll have enemies enabled, but I will have disabled the expansion because I like having biters there. They give a good sort of tension to the game and you need to stay on guard and manage your pollution. But I don't want to have to kill the same biters again and again because they just keep expanding to the places where I've already cleared them out. So that's enough talk. Let's dive into the game and do an efficient game start. Thank you. And we're now into the game. So let's get started on actually the mining. Now that we've introduced what the series is about, let's get started on setting things up. Why am I actually doing this first? I have no idea. Let's get up here and carve some space up for my iron deposits. And as always, the early game is dominated by lots and lots of tree chopping. Alright, that should be enough to get things moving here. And now I use even distribution, control click and hover over, and then it splits whatever you have into all of the machines. It's a very nice feature. I really do like it very much. And I'll be continuing chopping down the forest in the meantime. Do I have enough? Nope, 7 in total. I need to go up to 9 before I can make the next one. Oh, actually, I can make this. That's 9. There. Then I right click, then it only takes half of the content and puts it in. That's also a very nice little feature of the even distribution mod. Now let's talk about sort of the the normal mods I have a lot of mods that are just purely cosmetic, such as bullet trails and what's called laser beams, those kind of things. I have also a few that are more of a convenience, quality of life, and not just cosmetic. And those are, let's get, oh, go there. And I will actually need to go, let's get that up here. Because this will give me a bit of stone that I desperately need in order to build more. And then I'm going to work on the coal, getting the coal in there. How much do I have? No, 8. Great. That's enough for one of these, I guess. No, that's 13. Okay, let me just chop one more tree down. 18. Cool. Let's head over. You can also see I can run through a forest. That's because I have squeak through. And yeah, fine. Actually, I need a bit more stone here. Get the stone. Oops, raw wood. No, come on. Stop doing silly mistakes. And now I have 1, 2, 3. Not enough. This one is just to keep these two feeding. They'll be feeding each other for a while now. And I can make these 4. Moving up. The iron is my main concern here. And in the early game, it's really all about scaling up the iron to some decent levels. Can't be mined because of sulfuric acid. Okay, thank you. I kind of know that. But okay. Now, other mods, yeah? Because I do have other mods as well that I will work on. Come on, do I have enough? 1, that's not enough. And then I'm running out of stone. Okay, other mods. The 2 mods that are most, I would say, controversial in order for me to call this a vanilla campaign, that is long reach. I have enabled long reach, but only in terms of having long reach for research, or for as part of the research. So I can research longer reach. That means I can, instead of now, I can click. I need to get this close before I can click. However, that's something, I find that actually rather annoying. I can like live with it in the early game, but as the game progresses, it makes less and less sense. So that's the one part, and nanobots is the other one, because nanobots, I'm going to build a big base and I'm going to do a lot of work, especially also clearing out a lot of forest. And I won't be able to clear out a lot of forest, or it'll be just really boring gameplay if I have to run around clicking everything myself. So I always build up to 6, I think. Oh, that's too much. Can't let all of that go in there. So you go there, you go there. And now you can see my main concern here is actually coal. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna go down here for the coal because that's gonna be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Let's 1, 2. Boom. Great. So now I have some coal. It's starting to get going. 1, 2. That's not enough. I need a bit more iron, and then I'll go into getting this. Yep. Got it. There. I don't think I need that. There. 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow, that's not working just yet. Got it. Let's only allow half of it to go in here because I don't really need a lot of. That's really easy. So it gets 6 and 7. I can actually just put a bit more in here because that's where it's needed. I got 3. Up. 1 more. There. Now I can build that one thing I need in order to build to continue. That is the offshore pump. That's the first thing I need. And those 6, that's gonna be okay for now. This is a bit of a problem. So I can't afford to use more iron or more wood because I need the wood that I have carved out to make power poles. So I need to go back and forth, and that's the early game and essentially the early game. Let's say 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So I need more iron in order to build. You know what? Here I'll do it old-fashioned way, 25 on each. So I can use the rest here. One more and that one. And then let's build some power poles that requires copper. Copper comes from these guys, and I'll be building it over here. So I'd like to build it that way because then it's not in the way of what I'm building right now. So planning wise, by the time I need to extend my power circuits outwards, I'll either have grenades or nanobots in order to clear the forest. So I'm just going to make like a tiny bit of space and then set up there. I always make 4 distance in between. That's just a force of habit. 2. Oh, I need to create more power poles for sure. Cool. And I have nothing to feed it with, but then I've used a bit of my... Don't like that, actually. Don't like it at all. I don't technically need the power right now. Oh, that's just wrong in so many ways. There. And there's a... It is completely on purpose. Let's build more of these and a couple of burner inserters. Remove this so we can move on. I'll have one here. These 2. Go. Unfortunately, I have nothing to put in it, so... Oh, that was a bad position. Whatever. At least now we have the power somewhere reasonable. And the next thing I want to make is actually the power, what are they called? They're called science labs because that's the first thing I want to research. This year you can only get half of it, unfortunately. That's 79 in each, which should be plenty by now. But there's nothing to research. Go into that spot and move up. Okay, so now we have power here and there. I'm going to completely ignore the spot. And there you go. Got it. And then make 1, 2. And I'll then make one of these. 1, 2, 3, I guess. 2 would probably be enough. And then I'll make that. So that's going to be the next thing I can build. In the meantime, I can also start cutting down some forest because I need to be able to take this area for my first actual electric smelters. So I need room for it while I wait for science labs to be built. I can place one down, but there's no point in placing it down until I have some actual science deposit or red science. What are they called? Red smoothie? Strawberry smoothies. Science packs? Yeah? Oops. Oh, that's unfortunate. That was So I will craft this one down here, I think. Got it. Always automation first. That one. We have science going. Yay! Awesome. That one might be a bit irrelevant right now, but whatever. I can put it into this spot because that's the first place I want it. After that, I can build a few of these because why not? More science. Okay, we're just gonna wait until I have crafted all of these science and then put them in there. Oh, in the meantime, I could actually just walk around getting some more coal. Probably a good idea. How much would you need? 90 in each. Okay, that one. That should be enough for everything. And here I'll just put half of it again. Not much, but it's something. And that should be the last of this if I can count. Okay, it's still one in each. Okay, cool. Let's grab this one. Get up here. Maybe make some. And we now have the capability to make labs, or what are they called? They're called assembling machines. Awesome. Let's see. What is the next one? The next one is usually military. No, logistics. I need logistics. So I have a special way of building this. That one here and here. Actually, don't want that. I want more assemblers. Correct again. I'll build them one at a time because then I much easier get them. So here. This one will be the red ones. This one will be green ones. And I'll be placing that one, and I can then say you go in there and you go in there. At least until further notice. Now the science is working and it will work for a bit longer. Cool. And I need, as always, more coal. I think this is kind of borderline what I need. That one goes here. I'll just put the other one as well, because that's the primary thing I want to build right now. Now I need to continue building. Now the next part that I want to build is actually quite interesting. Not that this isn't interesting, but that is basically a starter base. So I'll be building a base to build a base to build a base. That's basically how it works. I need sort of a lot of production going. 1, 2, 3, 4. That seems like the first thing I want to build. I can build down here just small like this. So, oops. Come on. This one here. Go. There. So now we can make iron. We can make... Yay! Not a lot, but some. I can just continue on this one, just for the hell of it. Why not? That doesn't seem like enough, does it? I don't think it is. Up here. Now I'll... This is where I need to build my first electric smelters. You know what? Maybe I should just plop down the blueprint first, because that's the one that illustrates what we want to achieve. And I think it makes it easier. Just a few more trees. Just a few more trees. It's always just a few more trees, right? Oh, that started over. Chopped it up, but then forgot about it. I think I need just these. Go straight down, and then one more tree. That one. Yes. So this one can be here. Then the next one over here. Yep. Perfect. It's exactly how I want it. There are some trees. Too many trees. There. Cool. So now that's working, and I have my very few. Come on. That's going to be the next thing to build. Just keep going down with this one. I'm completely ignoring the uranium because that is ignorable. Now let's have a look at the blueprint I want to make. This is called Start plus Nuclear Power. No, Start plus Nanobot. So this little base, if you just look at it, it has science, it has red and green science, it has iron coming in the top line, 4 or 8 smelters for copper. And then it has basically all the things we need to build in the beginning. Interesting why there's a marker on it because I don't have those. Okay, that's interesting. I think I'll build it just like bam, smack bam in the middle or something like, maybe like actually up here would be better. Like this, yeah. And the great thing about this one, there we go. I can't build nanobots yet, but that's not really the concern. Now I need to work towards the better part, because then these are all blue assemblers. Because the gray assemblers that I have now, they cannot produce inserters. So I need to upgrade them anyway. And let's see. I'll just remove the last of this part. And this is going to be really tricky to set up, but there is a sequence to it that makes perfect sense. Because I can build this in stages so that it will help itself being built. That part. And let's, oh, I'm missing electronic circuits. That one. And actually already here is one in. And what I need more is actually the coal that will come in here. Whoops. And down here I need, got that one, and need some more copper, and that enables me to build the inserters that I really desperately need. Because once I have the inserters, that's when I can, it will actually start producing a lot of iron itself. I will not create the outbound inserters, but only the inbound inserters. There. Because now I can take this part and now I can start claiming it from these that are manually fed. That is much nicer. Next up, build more of this. Now the whole purpose of this, let's see, I still have about 100 of each in it. The purpose of the next part is actually building this as efficiently as possible. Let's build some more. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be enough for the coal that come in. Go away with that one. And let's see. Let's remove this one. Okay, so I have the first coal based, and I will craft that. Let's just here. Good. And I will there and here. Cool. Right, we now have coal, and I need to bring the coal up to that location, not in the way of that. And maybe when I get it, need to bring it here. And I just don't care about this part. What I also need is a splitter, a couple of undergrounds. Wrong way. And this is exactly why I did it. Let's get some more. And this will help me get a ton of iron. You go to this location, you're staying there. I mean, now I'm just organizing everything exactly like I wanted. Oh, I ran out of these guys. Okay. And you can see that things are just slowly picking up in the space. That's the coal. Coal comes in. Also goes into the copper part. This one will be crafting copper, but not just now. Always inserters. Inserters are by far the worst ones. And at this point, I think that's a great place to take it up, isn't it? No, it's actually a horrible place. Got it. Let's see. Actually here. That one. Now the coal is coming. I can just take this guy because I'm gonna need it for the fuel. The fuel will run out very, very shortly. I'm sure of that. Actually, now it's a bit of a shame because I need one more splitter. Cannot run diagonal when you do this. Come on. And I ran out. Ran out all the time. There. Nope. There. Cool. And this one, let's see. Research wise, I need to head towards the better assemblers. And once I have that, things will just get way better. Yep, that one is en route, but not quite there yet. I'll build a few just to make sure that it gets there, because I want this one to be ready. 77. Boom, got it. Perfect. That is now ensured coal production. It also ensures up here. And now all I need to do next time is hook up the copper, and then we actually have something going that we can start working on. And as usual, I can pick this up. So this is a pretty good very first episode. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can see sort of the merits of how to build it this way. This little base will help me build everything I need in order to build my big base. So there's that. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up here, and I hope that you will be back for my second episode. Be sure to check out my channel, subscribe, like, comment, whatever you feel like, and I'll be seeing you in the next episode as this base progresses. Thank you. Bye.